I'm not one of those people who get emotional. I sang a song called Sugar Time. That was it. I had the bug. Irish music makes you want to get up and jump around. The blues needs to be everything to you. Otherwise it's not going to come across. That's what I think. I found reading musical notation frightfully boring. Most of the bands that come out of LA now have singers that all sound like Daffy Duck. I think a good guitar solo sounds so much better within the context of a good song. I don't want to play like that anymore. Whittle, whittle, whittle. Up and down the neck as fast as possible. When I'm playing, I get completely lost in it. And I'm not even aware of what I'm doing with my face. I'm just playing. I've always thought of music in the long term. I've always tried to write songs that people could listen to a couple of years later. And maybe longer. We're losing the whole point. Music is not to impress people. Music has to stand up on its own, and guitar solos are nothing to do with it. A lot of guitar players, in every genre, are afraid to leave space. They're afraid to leave a hole, afraid they'll fall down it or something. I wasn't really worrying too much about what anybody thought. If you do that, you shut yourself down. My father was responsible for me starting in music. He's always stood behind me. I drove my mum crazy because I wouldn't go out and play football or join the Boy Scouts. I'd just sit at home and play the guitar. I really want to concentrate on the blues again and do it properly, which is something I feel I didn't do before. There was a great blues scene in Belfast during the late 60s. Songs that are just a vehicle for a guitar solo are very empty. Just an excuse for a guitarist to show what scales he practiced last month. I've been listening to a lot of dance, hip-hop, drum and bass, reggae, R&B, very rhythmical music. I didn't want to end up in Hollywood having facelifts and my hair dyed blonde, so I could appear on my own album cover. I always loved the Yardbirds when I was a kid, you know. I was always into Jeff Beck and everything. I came in touch with music at an early age. My father was a show band promoter who took me along as a little nipper of 5 and put me up on the stage with the musicians to sing.